Good morning, everybody. I forgot I had my AirPods in. I just got a phone call just a second ago. So hopefully my sound's going to be okay. I am streaming on YouTube and on Facebook. So I want to say good morning to everyone. It is so good to have you here with me this morning. This is my segment of Craft Around the Clock. And please let me know if you can hear okay or not. I believe YouTube should be in good shape. So you guys over on uh, Facebook, let me know for sure that you can hear me okay. As you join, please say good morning and let me know where you're watching from. I'm always interested to know where people are. It's just amazing to me how this technology. Good morning, Michelle. How are you, sweet girl? Good morning, Leona and Brenda. It's so good to see you guys this morning. How are you all? Um, Teresa Conyers, it's so good to see you, girlfriend. And Susan, welcome you all into my page today. We are going to do some rock painting. So, kind of what's going on behind this? Hey, Rhonda, and let's see here. Oh, Susan, thank you so much for sprinkling. You guys, I so appreciate that. Oh, good, Janice. Thank you for letting me know. Susan's in New York. Wow, it's just amazing. Hi, Baxter, my little buddy, just come over here and just wanted to say good morning to you. Hey, Mara, how are you, sister friend? And oh, good, Penny. Thank you for letting me know. So there are quite a few of us going to Penner's conference next week. And let me fix this one line. I just noticed it was kind of like my face seemed like it was in a shadow. Maybe not. I don't know. So, several of us are going to take some painted rocks to kind of sprinkle around where we're going to be. And I thought I would work on that with you all because I have an idea in mind. So, I went out in my backyard because last night I went to bed. I thought I have no idea what I'm going to do in the morning. It just sometimes that just happens. And oh, let me finish this sentence and then I've got something else to say. I just thought about it. Um, so I went out in my backyard and I just picked up some rocks when I took Baxter out. And I want to go get some of those that you can get at Walmart that are really smooth and do some of those too. Good morning, Deb. But on a whim, because it just occurred to me this morning, I need to paint some rocks because we talked about taking some of those to Pinners next week. So I thought that'd be a great project for us to do together. But before I do that, you guys, I owe y'all an apology. I was supposed to draw a name on March the 1st, and my week has been insanity. So I need to draw a name because what we do is every time we hit 50 viewers, a name goes in my little blessing jar. Hi, Minnie and Sheila. How are you, girlfriends? Michelle loves painted rocks. It's such a fun thing to do. Listen, isn't it a stress reliever? I mean, it's a small project. You don't have to get all detailed. You can just enjoy the flow. Thank you, Sheila. Y'all, it is warm here in Alabama. I am not putting on long sleeves and I'm ready for some bright colors. I was just thinking, Mara likes to decorate rocks too. Wouldn't it be cute to put some little gems in there too? We'll just have to see about that. So, y'all, I need to. Oh, okay. No, never mind. I thought I saw something that I didn't see. Y'all, the bifocals. It's a real dilemma. I'm telling you. If those of you who wear bifocals, you know what I mean. If you know, you know. Okay, so let's draw a name, and I'm not going to look. I'm here by myself, or I get somebody else to do it. So I'm just going to mix them up real good. And I'm going to pull a name, and this person's going to get some happy mail. Hi, Becky. How are you, sister girl? 80s today, Sheila says. Who is it? Barb Miller. Barb Miller. Right here. You're going to get some happy mail. So when you say, good morning, Jennifer. How are you, my sister girlfriend? Um, Barb Miller. Would you please message me your address and I will be glad to stick a little happy mail in the post office box for you. All right, y'all. I'm gonna set this where I won't lose it, so I won't forget. So I found this is kind of a big rock, but it has a nice flat surface on it that I've got an idea that I want to do. Good morning, Terry. Yes, I am live. I am live. It's okay, Yvonne. You're just fine. So I'm gonna start, y'all. I'm gonna use some white chalk paint. Hi, Charlotte. How are you, sister? Thank you all for spreading the blessings this morning. Where's my trash can? It's underneath. I just wanted to open this. Oh, well, I'll open it over this little plate. Sometimes there's crumbs that come off. And I kind of made a mess the other day, which didn't help the whole situation with the mouth of it. I need to put some Vaseline on it, and that will solve everything. Okay. I'm just going to get a nice flat brush. And we're going to paint. I'm not going to paint this entire rock. I really just want to paint a certain area. And then I'm going to kind of, I'll get a nice amount here. I'm going to kind of border it. I've been trying to get myself to relax a little more with painting. It's hard for me because I'm really detail oriented. And I see all the little details. I'm like, let it go, let it go. Y'all, it's that day. Oh, you guys, I have to tell you. Last night, my daughter's birthday was yesterday. And her in-laws, who are some of my best friends, came in and they're here for the weekend. And so they had dinner at my house. Everybody came over last night. Well, after dinner, we were all just sitting in the living room and just visiting. And I had on the table this little charm thing from a necklace, and it had slipped off onto the floor. Well, Charlie, my 9-month-old, who we've been trying to get her to crawl forever, and she just won't, she'll do like the one knee scoot. And she saw that laying on the floor, and it was kind of under the table beside the couch kind of thing. And she took off crawling for the first time there with all of us together on my daughter's birthday. It was the most wonderful thing ever. We were all so excited. Y'all, I've got this other little rock. I'm going to go ahead and paint it while I'm doing the surface painting, because I'm going to do just a tiny, tiny message on it too. We were so excited, and it was just so special that we were all together, and it was my daughter's birthday when she started crawling. It was just, we were hooping and a hollering. And of course, my 4-year-old was like, look at me. Because she's used to being the center of attention. So it was Charlie's moment this time. So, hey, from Arkansas. I'm so glad to have you. It was so sweet, Deb. It really was. Okay. I'm going to dry this. And you guys, I've got a cute little idea for this rock. Y'all, my cords have become very tangled. I kind of rearranged my area just a smidge. Got a glue string right there. And everything is still, it's a better situation how I've got it now. Just glue strings everywhere, y'all. Get these out of the way. Trash can. Okay, here we go. We're going to dry this. And I washed these rocks. They were out in the yard. So when I picked them up this morning, I went ahead and washed them, and I've been letting them dry. And I plan, after I get the design painted on here, I'm going to seal them with a spray sealer. I'm not going to use Mod Podge or anything. I want to do a spray sealer for this and kind of seal it and protect that paint job. Good morning, Etta. How are you? So glad to have you this morning. Lisa, how are you this morning? I hope Jeff is doing well, girl. I've been praying for you guys. And Susan, how are you? So Terry says she has painted kindness rocks with seniors and oh, isn't that sweet? It really was cute, Michelle. Yes. And y'all, I've been trying to get her to crawl and laying different toys out, trying to entice her. I mean, she would get to it, scoot her way over there, but she would not crawl for it. Hey, Shannon, new from Michigan. Welcome. I'm so glad to have you. Y'all, we're at 50 viewers. I see 50 viewers. We need a name. Hang on, let me turn this off. I need to get a name. Minnie Crumb. Minnie, you're going to go in my jar. Where's my pens? You guys. I will remember Minnie. I won't forget. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Minnie. I'm going to write your name on my paper right here. And I'm going to put your name in my jar. Got some little spots here. I need to make sure they're good and dry. All these little crevices. So can y'all see okay? Let me turn you down just a little bit more. Good morning, Elsie. We are painting some rocks. Hi, Maxine. Good to have you this morning. Thank you so much. Good morning, Carolyn. Julie, new from West Virginia. You guys that are new, I would love to have you guys follow me. You'll just tap the screen and hit those three dots and give me a follow. That would be such a blessing. Okay, y'all. I just need a straight edge, and I have this fingernail file. It's not all that. I use it really for getting in tiny spaces, not necessarily for my fingernails, but for sanding little places here. Um, yes, Susan. Thank you for welcoming everybody. Teresa, first time watching. I'm so glad you're here. I am so glad you're here, y'all. If we hit 100, I'm going to draw another name. Tammy's new from Washington. You guys, please follow me. I try to keep it very fun and interesting here, and try to do my own thing. So I'm going to grid off. This is when y'all. I have got to get some pencils. I need to put that on my shopping list. I'm just going to use my ink pen. It'll be all right. So actually, I'm just going to use the width of this file, and I'm going to make squares on here. Now this is going to be kind of a trick, because there's a groove, an angle in this rock. We're going to do the best we can. Yes, we are. Okay, now I'm going to turn it this way. And I'm going to lay this right in the center. I always like to work from the center out. Let's see, I need to move this up so I can tilt this. And I'm just using this as a straight edge because it's what I had handy. That's really all you need. And I'm making my grid the same width. There we go. Let's see what it looks like on this side. So we're just going to do some checks on here first of all. That's going to be the first thing, but that's not where we're going to stop. So I'm going to get my black and shake it up. Good morning, Darlia. Oh, thank you, Terry. We're going to just lay in some black. And I got to think, this is how I want my little rock to face. So I'm just going to let my brush do the outlining. Let the bristles be the outlining mechanism. But y'all, we're not stopping here. We got some other cute things to do besides just these checks. So I'm kind of trying to go to the outside edges of my square and then paint inward. And that'll give me a much better coverage, I think. And then these little textured areas of the rock, we're going to have to kind of work in the paint a little bit more. Kind of just tap it in even to get into those little grooves. I've got one little bristle that I need to get a hold of. Hang on, because it's going to skew my paint. If I can get a hold of it. Well, when you can't get a hold of it, you just take some scissors and just trim that one little hair that you just can't get. Do surgery on the paintbrush. I can see it right there. I think I got it. Just wipe off my scissors real quick. All right, here we go. Can y'all see okay? Yes, we hit 50. We sure did. And I've drawn a name. I have a name for my jar. So let's get to 100. Can we do 100? So some of the girls that are all going to the Pinners Conference, we were talking about that it would be so cool to leave painted rocks in various areas there in Atlanta. And we all just love that idea. So I thought I need to get on that. I hadn't started. I kind of forgot about it, to be honest with you, with work and everything. Working in these little tight places over here. The little grooves, that can be a little bit of a challenge. And y'all, I'm just going to paint one side. Kind of tapping it into those little grooves there. I think this is going to be super cute because we're going to also put a bumblebee on it because we want to be kind. That's what we want to do. But I wanted these checks to be the foundation design. All right, we're almost done. Y'all, I'm concentrating to get my perimeter done. Here we go. And it's really important to make sure you're staying in your edges when you get in these crazy places like right here at this edge. I'm just going to tap it in right there. And then we've got one little place right here. I'm going to put some black to make it look like the pattern is running off the edge. Here's a little place right here. I think these little details are important. As tiny as they are, they're important. Okay, here's another little place. We're going to add that detail. Let's see where else. We got one little spot right here, and it's not much, y'all, but it's going to make a big difference. And then over here on these edges, right through there and right through here. Okay, there we go. Look, what do you think? I think that looks pretty good. That's pretty good. Pretty good foundation. Uh-oh, does someone need some prayer today? Let's see. I've missed a comment. Someone's watching from their hospital bed. Bless your heart. I missed that. Yes, wouldn't that be cute to hide rocks for the Easter egg hunt? That would be cute. So Margaret is the one that is watching from her hospital bed. Margaret, thank you for being here, and I'm so sorry that you're sick. Hi, Wendy. How are you, Wendy? This is one of my painted rocks I'm taking to Atlanta. Okay, so let's get a bee on here, and y'all, it's not gonna be all fancy. Oh, I know one thing we need to do before we do that because we need to do a little embellishment on these white checks before I forget. Let me get my white back out. And I need a round brush. I'm just going to use a small little round brush and tip it in this white. I'm just going to do a little swoosh. There we go. See the little swishes? That little detail goes a long way too. All right, let's put a bee on here, YouTubers. I'm sorry, I got to concentrating. And hi, Sierra. Glad to have you this morning on YouTube. All right. Let's get some yellow because we're going to use our yellow and black. Might mix some gray in there too. We'll see. So I want to, I'm thinking, y'all, thinking how I want to do this. Got to think for just a minute. Let me use some light gray just to kind of sketch him out. And I'm just going to use regular acrylic. This is just a very light gray. Almost white. And let me get my little detail brush out again. We're just going to sketch him on here. I almost think I want him over here. And y'all may not be able to see this part because it'll be very light. And it's just going to be sort of a sketch area. I have to remember what bumblebee wings look like. They're kind of small. Probably should have researched that before I came on here. So he may be needing some touch up after we get through with Craft Around the Clock. All right. Let's start. I'm going to start with some yellow. If I've got a foundation color, I like to start with the lighter color and then add the darker color because it's easier to cover up a lighter color than a darker color. All right. Let's start with his little body. And I'm going to make this, and I am using chalk paint, by the way, the Waverly chalk paint to paint these little rocks. Let me dry this. I thought it was dry, but it's looking like it's not. So let's hit it with some heat. So how is everybody? You guys were still at 50. I saw it going up even higher. And I got to concentrating. All right. Let's try this again. See if it'll show up a little bit better. And it might take more than one coat to get that yellow covering that black really good. So I'm going to go on here and put another band of yellow. And another band of yellow. And let me dry this. So I hope this turns out as cute as it is in my mind. We'll see what happens. Because we're going to write "Be Kind" on here. I should have, I wish I had reminded myself to look at what the bee's wings are. I've painted a bumblebee before, but it's been a little while. And I don't want it to come out looking like butterfly wings. Okay. So here's what I have so far with my little bee. So we're going to just go on. It's going to look better when we add the other colors. Let me get my black out again. I'm going to go in between the yellow and put my black in. And I'll probably outline his whole little body a little bit with some shadow that will help him be a little more defined. I'm going to paint his little head black. It's kind of a challenge to get some good roundness going on with this. I almost stuck my paintbrush in my coffee. That would not taste good, would it? So how's everybody doing? Y'all got a big weekend planned? Autocorrect, yes, autocorrect is a challenge. Hey, Mary from South Carolina. Ellen from Ohio. Welcome, sister. Sherry, how are you this morning? Thank you for spreading the love. Thank you, Mary, for watching all of us. Okay, here's what I have so far, my little bee. You can kind of see his little body starting to take shape. And we're going to put some wings on him. Let me get a little of this black. I'm going to mix up some gray. I've got some gray right here, but it's not quite dark enough. So I'm going to see if I can get a good, like a darker gray going on. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. That right there. And I like having that chalk substance in there. It'll help it to grab onto the rock. Okay, wash that off. And we're going to use this color for his little wings. Now, if his wings wind up not looking right, I'll paint over it and I'll make them right. But we'll see what we can do here. Y'all, looking at this bee just makes me think about this song I sing to my grandlittles all the time. I got sunshine on a cloudy day. I sing that to them. My girl. I would break into song right now if I didn't think Facebook would get mad at me. All right. I need to put some kind of little antennas, nothing major, but something here. Now, while this is kind of sitting for a minute, I'm going to go ahead and add some lighter gray to his wings just to give it some accent. Some of this lighter gray that I already have here. Let me dry this, because otherwise it'll just all smear together. I'm going to put some little accent on his wings. All right. Need a little accent on his little head. There we go. Now let's add a little bit of shadow to him. And I'm going to start. Make sure I've got all this water off my brush. I'm going to start by outlining him with some black. I'm not going to outline all of him. I'm going to be very thin with it. I wanted to have some shadow effect. Okay, I almost stuck that brush in my coffee again. I'm going to have to move my coffee. I'm going to pick up some of this dark gray that we've used. I'm going to go right along beside that black. I still got a lot of water on my brush. It's almost like we're going to do an ombre effect with this shadow thing. Okay, and now I'm going to take this really light gray and I'm going to go right along in there and blend all that together. And that's going to give us this shadow business that we need to kind of help him pop off. These little grooves in this rock makes it a little bit of a challenge, so there's going to be some cleanup I'm going to need to do. We'll thin that down a little bit. It's a little bit too wide right through there. And just kind of blend it all together. Sometimes I have to keep messing with it to get it to where I want it to be too. See if I can't get some of this kind of cleaned up and defined a little bit better. Shadows are smudgy. So when you're doing shadow work, you don't want it to be all nice and neat and straight. Shadows are smudgy. So that's part of the secret too, to smudge it out. And I do that by just continuing to add little colors and blur it. Blurring it's a good way to talk about it too. And let's add a little bit more lightness up here. And I need some white. That's what I need. I keep opening and closing my white. I need to just leave it open. So, how is everybody? Have I lost y'all? Y'all still here? Everybody here? It's coming together. I have so much water on my brush. I'm trying to think of what I want to do next to help improve my little guy. But I think he's coming along pretty good. Okay, so here he is. What do you think? There's my little bee. Okay, so we need a little message. We don't know where we're going to place the rocks. We're going to just kind of find different places to put them. All right, I want to use my paint pens. Hang on. I got to get to it. I should have got them out and totally forgot. So I want a color. Here's my paint pens. I want a color that's going to kind of stand out because I'm going to put Be Kind. Let me put my little lids back on my paint here. There we go. I think I'm going to start with black because that's going to be a shadow color. So let me start there. Okay. And I like things that are kind of at an angle. Okay. So I'm going to go over on top of this black with another color that's going to pop. And I thought the yellow. So let's see how the yellow will look. I don't really know. I haven't used this yellow before. Let me see if I can get it flowing. I don't know if y'all can see kind of where I laid in the beginning some red wood pop. I thought about the red. I'm going to start with the yellow since it'll coordinate with the bee. And if I don't like that, then I'm going to go with the red. That'll be my plan. You're so right, Carolyn. Here comes my yellow. It's flowing now. Let's see. Minnie says, so cute. Thank you, girl. Thank you, Susan. Yes, I would invite you. Please let your friends know. I certainly would. Thank you for that shout out, Susan. So this yellow is going to be pretty soft. We're going to see. So we may have to do multiple, or we just might need to go with that red. We're at 47, 46, y'all. Let's see what the red would look like. That won't hurt a thing. I think I've used the red. Yeah. Had some black on there. All right, let's try this. And this might take more than one coat of it too. And I want to kind of do the calligraphy effect as well. That's kind of what that looks. It looks a little bit better painted on. Let's see. I'm sorry. Let me get down to that. Hi, Joyce. Oh, thank you, Joyce. Paint it on with a brush and maybe golden yellow. I think you're right. It may be that the pen just isn't quite the pigment it needs. Let's see. We've got enough time that we can give that a try. Let me get. I do think I want to do a red, and I've got some really bright reds, and I think that's what we need. Ooh, there's this one maybe. Let's do this one. This is a Christmas red, so that'll be nice and rich. And I think that's what we need to do too. It's got enough chalk paint on there that it ought to be fine to put this acrylic on there. I need to thin it down just a smidge. I have found that when I'm lettering with paint, if I thin my paint down, it flows better. So let's just try this. I think it's just going to take several layers because of the kind of surface this is. And then I need to do some accents. Also, when you're lettering with paint, you want to hold your brush straight up and down. You know, sometimes we tend to kind of do this. We want to hold it straight up. Got some water getting ready to run down. Let me grab that off. Here we go. So I don't know how many rocks I want to paint to take with me. I've got to figure that out too. I got several out of the yard. I think I'm going to go to Walmart and get some of the smoother stones and prep those. And by prepping, I mean just clean them real well because they probably got a finish on them. And then get the surface chalked up real good and with chalk paint. I think some white will help these letters pop also. I love my little bee though. He's pretty cute. Don't get too many. Wait a minute. Carol, don't get too. Oh, exactly. I got to carry. They get heavy. So, how did I clean them if they have a finish on them? So, I've been reading up on that. You can take some alcohol or some fingernail polish remover and go over them real well and then soap and water. It's kind of what I was seeing to help get that finish off. And you may not get all of it off, but you can get as much as you can and then just use your chalk paint. And then you'll want to seal it. Like I'm going to use a spray sealer. Let me dry this real quick. I'm going to use a spray sealer when I seal this. Y'all, my cords have gotten all wound up. My goodness. Hang on. One more unwinding and then we got it. Okay. Ooh, gold leaf. Some metallic paint is a great idea. I've got some metallic. That's an excellent idea. Hang on. I love that idea. What have I got? I've got several colors. Let's see. I've got gold and I've got a rose gold, you guys. Let's do that. Ooh, I like that. In the gold, maybe. Let's see what the rose gold looks like. See if I can get the lid off and just dip in the lid. We'll just see what happens. You never know till you try. Or maybe the gold would look better to go with the, let's do the gold, to go with the bee color. On second thought, got to talk it out sometimes, y'all. We got 6 minutes. What can we do? Can we get it done? I think we can. Ooh, I'm kind of liking this. I think that was an excellent suggestion. That metallic paint helps it to, I don't know, it just looks better. Many brains are better than one sometimes, isn't it? Ooh, I love it. And then see, that looks so much better. And I'm going to go over it again and do more of the calligraphy effect. Let's try this. There we go. I think it needs one more coat. I'm trying to be very careful. And I'm not going over every single part of it, just the parts that looks like it needs a little extra depth. You know, it looks a little thin. I can still see that red we were trying. Look, that was the ticket. And look how it shines. I love it. A stars party. Oh my goodness, you guys. And we don't have 4 minutes left. We've only got, because I have to sign off of here at 10. I do think I want to use, I've got some silver metallic, and I may use some silver metallic to do some shadow work on this, on the letters. Stars party. So here it is. What are y'all saying? You like it? Awesome. You too, Michelle. You have a good one too, girl. Thank you for the stars, you guys. I miss everybody sending those in, but thank you so much. We're about ready to sign off here in like 2 minutes. Um, let's see. Much better pops with the wing color. I think so too. But I do think I need the metallic to kind of do an accent, you know, kind of like the shadow work, the silver metallic, and I'm going to work on that too. Let's see if I can grab that. Let's just see if we can do in the 1 minute we have left. This is brushed metal, is what it says. It's by Folk Art. Let's just put a little bit on here and see what it looks like. And I mean, I barely tipped my brush in it. Ooh, I like it. I don't know if y'all can see that bee. You may not be able to see real well, but I will post a picture of this, you guys. I'm going to have to sign off and let the next presenter come on. But thank you for joining me today. I am so glad to have both YouTube. Oh, my little, for some reason, my webcam went out of focus. So glad to have YouTube and Facebook. Y'all have an amazing weekend. I appreciate you. I thank the Lord for you. Y'all have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you soon. See you tonight, 8:15. Bye, y'all.